K, this one's for Gabby.
Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, I am one of Miles's cousins on his mom's side. And I just want to start with a quote. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. This was a quote that was in Miles' info for his Instagram. And if there's any 11-year-old that understands what it means, it was him. It's amazing because I have read and I have heard this quote so many times, but I've never really understood what it meant until now. What's crazier is that this quote represents Miles in a nutshell. Miles had the presence to almost make you feel like a different person. Miles was able to make you feel free and just want to have fun and laugh with no fear and not a worry in the world. When you're with Miles, you know you're going to laugh and have a good time because that's all he wanted to do. For those of you who didn't know Miles too well, I'm just going to name a few things that made Miles Miles. Miles loved being with his family and spending holidays together, especially drinking his grandma's famous hot chocolate, even if it wasn't Christmas and even if it was 100 degrees outside. He loved eating fruit and cheeseburgers. His favorite drink was root beer. He loved playing his PlayStation and dancing. He loved riding his bike around the neighborhood. He collected rocks and loved boogie boarding at the beach. But the number one thing that made Miles Miles was that he could make a friend wherever he went. Whether they be young or old or girl or boy or tree or animal, Miles was the friendliest kid on the block. Miles was number 9 of 10 grandchildren, which made him the youngest grandson. But somehow he was the smartest and the wisest and the wittiest and definitely the sharpest tool in the shed. He was always the light of the room and provided the best form of entertainment, even when he didn't know it. He would be dancing and telling us jokes and showing us how to play the newest game on his Game Boy. It's hard to understand why God would take a sweet and wonderful kid away from many people who love him and care about him so much. But I would like to ask all of you to take a second to look around the room and see how many people love Miles. And take a second to look around the room and see how many people Miles has touched. It's amazing to look around and see what kind of an impact an 11-year-old can have in your life. The saying, live each day as if it were your last, never meant so much till now. But I know for a fact that no matter what Miles was doing, he was doing exactly that. Miles is memorable, inspiring, loving, entertaining, and the most spirited kid I know. These are just a few qualities that Miles possessed. Miles was an amazing son, a goofy little brother, an adventurous big brother, the funniest cousin, the sweetest nephew, the cutest grandson, and the best friend that everyone had. We have to remember that even though Miles was only with us for a short amount of time, some of the best times of our lives were with him. A few memories that will never be forgotten are like when he would wrestle with his older cousin Joshua, or when he called my grandpa to remind him about the Colombia versus Venezuela game, when he hugged Priscilla goodbye before she went on the adventure of a lifetime, or when he went camping with the family to Joshua Tree and climbed the jumbo rocks to see the most beautiful sunset with his oldest cousin Giovanni. So think back to your favorite moment with him and hold that with you forever. Miles may be gone, but his spirit lives on with each and every one of us every day. So when that moment comes when you're sad and missing Miles, just remember that he had so much love in his life and that he had so much love to give. So live every day for him and live like he would, with a smile on your face and not a worry in the world. Thank you.
Someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where